What's up, everyone? Hey, we just got to freshen up on some of the people that support us out here with Just Another Failure podcast. By the way, Heatwave Visual just dropped their new Future Tech sunglasses. They got 3 colorways, I think, right now. We have kind of what would you call that, a rainbow lens?
Yeah, I kind of got a pink rainbow lens.
Yeah, and they got a gold lens and a black lens, and they got the clear frames, they have the safety frames. Anyways, Heatwave's awesome. They're our buddies out of San Jose, California. And they hook us up. If you head over, use promo code FAIL, and get hooked up on the website. Grab yourself some sunglasses, maybe a sick t-shirt or a hoodie.
They got sick gear and sick glasses.
Yeah,
so.
Let's support our rad buddies out there. Also, our buddies at Rockwell, they make sick watches. I've been loving my Coliseum Assault watch. I run the Thid Rent line. He's running the same thing. The watches are great. You can burn your calories on here. You can check your run. 2 different time zones.
Kind of does it all.
It does it all. They're quality watches that we have everything from sportswear to luxury wear. Plus they do CrossFit gear. They do workout supplements, everything. Head over, use Failure 20 with those guys. Get yourself laced up with some sweet gear. Also, we got to shout out our buddies London Boat Rentals for hooking us up with a spot and letting us record.
Yeah, definitely thank you to London Boat Rentals, because without them, we wouldn't have this awesome studio that we have. So yeah, big shout out to them.
If you're in the Long Beach area, stop by, grab a Duffy, come down, stop by Ballast Point Boathouse. We're open again. You know,
life's back, baby.
Let's go.
But yeah, we also have a couple other sponsors. Huertos Coffee. These guys are awesome. The guys that run this are just downright cool dudes. The coffee, also amazing. And I mean, what better way to help give back to our first responders? Because every purchase through Muertos Coffee, 5% goes back to first responders. So get yourself some good coffee and go support the people that help you.
It's firefighter owned and operated.
Firefighter owned and operated. Like I said, these guys are awesome. Their coffee is good, and it's for a good cause. So use Just Another Failure at checkout at muertoscoffee.com, I believe it is.
It is.
And get yourself some good coffee and give back to the community. And then also, we have our buddies at Canadips. This is a chewing tobacco alternative to get you off of chewing tobacco, because that stuff's nasty. They come in all sorts of different flavors. They are CBD pouches that you just pop right in the lip. They call them packing a lip boomer.
No THC.
No, you just let them chill on the lip. Get all the benefits of CBD. They also do have a THC infused pouch if you are looking for that side of things. That they should be dropping soon, I think.
Yeah, I think in June.
And yeah, these guys are absolutely awesome too. So if you're looking for pack yourself a lip boomer yourself, go to Canadips and use FAIL20 at checkout, get 20% off. And I would suggest just running it down the board. Go buy all the flavors because they're all amazing.
You're not going to be disappointed.
Absolutely not. They're awesome. So yeah, go support everybody. Rockwell Watches, Heatwave Visual, Muertos Coffee, and Canadips. And you guys can also support us.
JustAnotherFailure.com.
JustAnotherFailure.com. You can buy some shirts if you'd like. You can also support us on Anchor for as little as $1 a month.
But overall, enjoy our episode. Thanks, guys.
Enjoy. We'll see you guys later.
What up?
All right, here we go. What's going on? Came in way too hot. Way too hot. Ooh, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Just Another Failure podcast with myself, Devin. My shitty co-host, Matt, over there, who's always on his phone. Every intro.
I try to keep it consistent.
Fuck.
Can we need that?
But with us today, we have we got a pretty cool, I mean, if you're probably not watching on YouTube, but it's whatever, but we got a pretty cool setup with a wonderful beer company called Montucky Cold Snacks.
And with us, name shall be silent.
Yeah, we actually, she wants to remain anonymous, but she is the California
CEO and owner of Montucky Cold Snacks.
Yep. Yeah.
No, what's the official job title? I'm
the California, Nevada, Utah market manager. So I'm a manager. I manage.
Wow, you're management material.
She's got M in her title.
Good for you.
That's it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. We were trying to get the owners, but second best is
We got assistant.
We got to work with what we have.
We have assistant part-time.
It's cool. It's not a big deal. I mean,
we're all about the B string here.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is a pretty decent podcast, and we couldn't even get the fucking owners, so it's whatever, dude.
Mediocre at best, man. Mediocre at best.
You can't win them all.
Maybe next year. Yeah, if you bring corn dogs, then the owners will come.
What?
Oh, the corn dogs is all we need?
Oh, we could do this.
That was it. Yeah.
You want
to call them? I could go.
Live chat. Let's go.
Live chat. Let's
call them right now. Tell them to get on a plane. We'll have 4 corn dogs for each of them.
Yeah, that's the perfect amount.
All right.
Well, and you have to have mustard in your belly button for them to dip. I forgot to mention that part.
Matt will do that. He loves that.
I've seen weirder things. This isn't even that bad
There's
at all.
2 of you, though, right? So one could be ketchup, one could be mustard.
Aw, that'd be so cute. Just me and you, mustard and ketchup buddies.
This isn't getting weird at all.
Or peanut butter and jelly. It's fine. Whatever you want to dip your corn dog into.
I prefer peanut butter and jelly.
Whoever the fuck's dipping their corn dog and PB&J, you need to stay out of my life.
Is this a thing? Is this a real thing? I need to Google that.
What?
People do PB&J corn dogs?
Yes.
Dude, people do some weird shit. Come on.
Dude, I had a hot link corn dog the other day. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Plus, we're in California. You could probably make a food truck with peanut butter and jelly corn dog, and then you'd be on New York Times.
You just gotta throw avocado on it, and you'll be good.
All right.
People in California are super bougie and weird, and they do all the weird stuff out here.
I know. Yeah, I'm not from here, and I'm learning that they will spend $18 on a single avocado, and I'm like, all right. Then you'll spend $5 on a beer, so this is perfect. I love this about you guys.
So you're not worried about spending $5 on a beer if you're spending $18 on a fucking avocado.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I hope so.
Well, let's talk about the company a little bit. Dude, my shit is making all sorts of noise over here.
Doing?
It's okay.
B Squad.
Sorry.
But yeah, let's talk about the company a little bit.
Not you, him.
Whoa, dude, are you just cracking it right on here?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the company.
That was brisk.
Oh, well.
No, give us a live taste. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm going in this cup here. We'll see what's going on here.
I don't think it's
cold enough.
Yeah, I don't think. I think we're.
We could go put some ice in Montucky. I've seen it done before.
Do we need some more
coldness? That is something that the name would live up to if you put ice in a beer. That's just Montucky as hell.
That's pretty. That's it. That's all you need to know. I know you're asking about the company, but it's the kind of beer that you could put an ice into. And
most people don't ice their beer down.
Dude, what's up, foamy?
Hey, it's coming down.
I know, but also that surface tension.
Yeah, look at that. Boom.
Wow, surface tension.
We're just using
I'm also a scientist
as
well. As well as being the CEO, owner.
A lot of good head on this beer.
Wow.
A lot of good head. Heavy head.
Looks like mashed potatoes on there. That's fucking nice.
It's whipped cream, actually. We prefer the sweet.
That's how they do the commercials.
What? I was thinking mashed potatoes and gravy.
Cool whip on the top.
No, it's more sweet.
No, but yeah, let's actually talk about the company a little bit because this is your actual job, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But you have been there for, you were saying, 4 years?
Yeah.
The company started in 2012?
2012. Wow, you are so good at math.
So,
you know,
he does numbers well.
I don't want to say I did my homework and went on your website once, but I did. So
did you see my 80s prom picture?
I was going to say your guys' write-ups were pretty who's in the company? Pretty good.
It was my mom's turtleneck from the 80s, so I borrowed it for the photo shoot. But yeah, Chad and Jeremy, who aren't with us, but they are the owners,
the real owners that we wanted, but we got you instead.
Actually, I heard the dog's the owner.
Ruby.
Yeah.
CEO, actually.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so she doesn't own it, but she
makes
is
the choices.
boss.
She runs the show, pretty much.
Yes, nailed it. Yeah, yep. So they started it, literally, Jeremy was a firefighter, didn't want to firefight anymore. Chad was actually an engineer, so they are smart.
They are smart.
Yeah, I sold backpacks before I sold beer, so I can't really claim the same. But
same.
But they sort of had this idea a long time ago. Ended up meeting up in a bar that still exists in Bozeman that we still frequent with a high frequency. We frequent with a high frequency.
It's the town watering hole there.
Yes, yeah.
Sure.
So this sort of idea came to fruition. They wanted to have a brewery. They were kind of sick of their jobs, and then the idea of it came from, okay, we don't want to have like another sort of gnarly brewery where it's like, okay, here's like a triple, quadruple IPA, dandelion, jalapeno, whatever.
The most hipster beer you could ever think of.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a few people listening right now going, dude, do they make that? That sounds fucking bomb. Dude. She said dandelion jalapeno, dude.
They're like, I'm keen. Yeah, but so speaking of a failure, I mean, you guys are called not just another failure. So here's the first failure of Montucky is 4 other breweries were opening in Bozeman at the same time of this, and Bozeman's very small. It's like literally the influx of students is how it turns into an actual town, because other than that, it's more of a village during not the school year.
During the off season.
During the off season, yeah. And so they went to the banks and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna start a brewery." And they're like, "Dude, you and like the 10 other people who
They're
live
like
in this
fucking
town,
hop in line, dude."
Yeah. So then it sort of went back to the drawing boards, and they were like, "Well, what are we gonna do? Like, this is like now our baby." So it got to the point where it was like, this is like a real thing. Like, it's not just gonna be like we're not just gonna think about it like we want to do this. And so then sort of came the birth of the actual liquid, where it is, a lighter beer. It is more crushable. It is more like you can have 6 instead of the 1 dandelion jalapeno,
Even though they are 8%.
I was going to say they're 8% still, so... Oh, they're not?
I know. You guys are good at math, but you can't read. It's 8% back to local causes, but it's really a 4.2% beer. Oh. But it's okay. It's okay. We have
I'm a head out.
I know. I'm sorry. We have a support group for all of you, because you guys aren't the first people who have thought that. And
they're like, I crushed 6 of your shit and I wasn't even drunk, dude. And you're like, it's...
I know, and I'm like, oh, I'm proud of you. Those are the ones that I'm just like, oh my God, that's hot.
Good for you.
Nice.
It actually does say on the can 8% back to local cause. I can see why that's confusing.
It's no. We know.
A good selling point, though, putting that 8% on there down at the bottom, because people are looking at it going,
we're like, it's 8%. Only 100 calories, and then it's only 8%. And people are like, yeah. But it's not. We tricked you. We're sorry. We love you.
Man, you acted way drunker off of 1 beer the other day.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought I was hammered off that.
Yeah, same. I mean, I only learned this like a week ago, so...
Anyways, we'll get back on that. We go on tangents really easily over here.
You fucking hate to see it,
I know, hate to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love, hate it. Hate, love, hate.
Maybe we'll do love to see it from now on. We always do hate to see it.
Yeah.
So you guys made a nice beer that
nice beer. Yeah, because Chad and Jeremy, when it comes down to it, are like, before they're business owners, before they're, Chad's a dad. Jeremy has a 1986 Honda Accord that still runs, named Charlie, so he's technically a dad.
So does Matt. That's funny. Yeah, he's got the same year.
Green?
No, mine's gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Charlie's green. She's beautiful.
That's nice.
That's a good car. They run forever.
Yeah, it's
just reliable.
A lot of girls underrate it with same with the mustache. Girls just don't appreciate the mustache anymore.
I didn't even notice you shaved your mustache.
No, because
I'm disappointed.
I feel like a terrible co-host.
I had a pretty thick stash going until the other night, and
he had well, I'm not gonna say the term.
Dude, just really appreciate the stash.
Yeah, I think it's because, dude, you can't relate. Like, it's like if a chick grows a mustache, she's kind of bummed. So she probably it's not really. We're not happy about it.
It's hard. It's just hard to have good game.
She's either bummed about it or in a circus. So.
Yeah, and then maybe she's happy.
Because I'll just be running down the beach, and it's always just like, dude, after you're like
flowing.
6 stash, man. I'm like, thanks. It's cool, man. Thanks.
Like,
then you run by a chick, and they're like, "Oh God, Jesus Christ!
You look like my creepy uncle."
What is that mouse doing on your face?
Is that a dead weasel on your top lip? Yeah. What is that?
I mean, you could fit in really well with us. Chad always has something going on. I hope he doesn't listen to this, because it's sometimes it looks great where I'm like, oh, Chad, that's nice, and then other times I'm like, Chad, you have a mullet and this.
I found my fit.
That's to complete the look. You have to have like a mustache with the mullet, or else you're just not.
Right.
1986 Accord and a stash. I found my fit. I found my beer company.
Yeah. So you're in, and if you like light beer, and so, anyways, back to what. So their dads.
Did we ask you a question? Sorry.
It wasn't really a question. I was just kind of rambling, but they wanted to have a beer. They're ski bums first and foremost, so they wanted to have a beer that they could actually drink when they're skiing. And sort of that's how it kind of came to be, like a light lager,
So did they just jump like full into it, or were there like some brewing in a garage going on?
There was, yes, there was. I mean,
no one just like is like, hey, here's a beer. They're like,
there's still meetings happening in said garage too. We have an office actually in Bozeman, but I think
first batch was out of a bathtub.
More often than not, the garage is where things go. And then we ended up getting a contract brewer, so on the can, where if you actually decide to read it, we are brewed with a contract brewer.
Well, we can't read. We already went over this.
Yeah, so then I won't even bother.
Yeah.
And
you can
so
tell us about it.
yeah, it's fine.
Well, look at the pictures. Yeah, we like the pictures. It's
I have a
colorful.
picture book. I also do it in sign language if you want to.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's really have fun with our guests. Sorry, guys. The rest of this podcast will be in American Sign Language. Please tune into our YouTube video for the rest of this.
Yeah, Malaysian Sign Language is the only one I actually know. So.
I love it. I mean,
but
I like storytelling better than reading, so
same.
I'm here to listen.
Yeah, that's why you have a podcast.
Yeah.
But so we are with a contract brewer. They ended up, we came up with this recipe. It's just been, and then the rest is pretty much history. It's like the amount of people who, like at beer festivals, or if like I buy them a beer at a bar, are like, oh, I don't want a light beer. And I'm like, just try it. Just try it. Just try it, And then they do, and then they say, oh, it's actually good. And I'm like, I love that backhanded compliment.
I know. I was gonna say, are you like most of the time? Are you like, thank you? Question mark.
Yeah. I mean,
you're like, damn right, my beer's good.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, yes. And so then you kind of get hooked from there, because we also put an insane additive, like, we get you addicted. So
yeah, there's a lot of nicotine in it. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, that's that nice, refreshing aftertaste.
What's that weird little buzz at the end there?
Kind of tingles the tongue all the way down, if you noticed. Yeah.
Yep. It's how we get you to come back.
I love it. I mean, your guys' can is what initially sold me.
Yeah.
Like I have a couple other buddies that drink it, but I was literally in the grocery store one day and I was on the beer aisle and I was like, hey, that's a funny box. I was like, that looks pretty awesome. Let's give that beer a try today. And that's literally how I bought that beer.
Well, and there will be times where I'm like not technically working, but then like I'll obviously be like sitting at a bar, like, and I'll get a beer and people be like, what is that? And I'm like, all right, guess I gotta clock back in. Hi, it's a Montucky cold snack.
You're like, overtime.
She takes her hat, it's on backwards, she turns it around, she's like, I'm with Montucky cold snack.
I'll sober up real quick.
All of a sudden, the card comes out of her pocket, and they're like, you just carry those around with you? That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I'll be at like a club, like a fancy club. I'll have a dress on or something, and then like the card will come out, and they'll be like, where did you have that? And I'll be like, those are ladies keep their secrets.
007 style.
Yeah, exactly.
She's speaking in cursive, rolling on the floor. She's like, hi, by the way, I'm the California owner of...
No, you gotta try this. It's so good.
Just try it. Like,
what kind of beer is this? Oh, let me tell you about it real quick. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's true. It happens all the time.
Well, I mean, I did like merchandising and stuff for a little bit of marketing. Not great at it. That's why I don't do it anymore. But I understand like the eye appeal.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, I understand like the eye appeal, and so the logo, and like where did they come up with that? Like where did you guys come up with the design?
I will literally give you $500 right now. I don't have it in cash, but we have Venmo or whatever. If you can tell me the object that the can is based off of. It is the most random object in the world. I feel...
Is it a beer can?
It's not a beer can.
Oh,
no,
shit.
it was something.
My instinct was like Marlboro.
No, that's like a good guess though. It is rectangular in shape. I'll put you out of your misery.
A washboard.
No,
I don't know.
It was a beach towel. So if you look at the old Montana license plate, it has it has those mountains on it.
Yeah.
But then Jeremy, our owner, had this beach towel that had like the mountains, but then the same sort of colorway. And then we sort of threw the horse on there, and that's sort of how it came to be. And then Charlie said 1986 Honda got broken into, and the person who broke into Jeremy's car took the towel. And I was like, why didn't we have that in like a vault somewhere?
Yeah, why wasn't this framed in the office?
But I have a question. Out of all the things you could steal out of a car, the guy went for a towel?
I mean, among other things. I hope he stole other things.
Well, that's what I didn't know if they were just like, broke a window and they're like, towel, dope, we're good, let's go.
No, I mean,
this is a sick-ass towel, let's bounce, we're good, we got all we need.
I would hope out of other things, they probably, hopefully the change...
Yeah, like
or,
stereo got yanked out, something else, right? All right.
But we didn't like. I mean, whatever. That's replaceable. But the towel
is not replaceable. Did you guys put like an ad up, like we will pay for our towel back?
No, but one time we did have a Cookie Monster head that got stolen from one of our anniversary parties, and we had a wanted poster for that one. We did never get it back, but no.
See, you hate to see it. Hate to see it.
This is where you gotta love like young startup companies because like
that just don't give a shit.
And you just do the most ridiculous stuff.
I love it.
Like my left shoe got stolen last night. If someone can return my left shoe today, yeah.
Well, he told me about, because I'd never heard of you guys until he told me about it, and he was like, dude, you gotta check out these Montucky cold snacks. As soon as he said the name, I was like, love it, because my dad and I have called Montucky or Montana Montucky for as long as I can remember. But so he pretty much sold me right on the name, and we were kind of talking about it earlier. The name is just, everybody has a Tucky.
Yeah.
We have Fontana here in California that we call Fontucky. You guys have the same thing in Montana, Colorado, where you're from. Everybody has a Tucky.
Everyone has one. Yeah, and it's funny because people. So I was living in Colorado before this. I was the rep. I started off like extremely part-time, having absolutely zero idea what I was doing, and Jeremy ended up being like calling me like a month and a half after the interview, and he was like, hey, so do you actually still want this job? And I was like, oh my god, yes.
You're like, I'm doing good enough for that?
No,
I'm not good?
My numbers are working?
No, and he was like, yeah, we actually picked you over a guy who had like heaps of experience. He was super rad. Like, and I was like, yes.
You're like, dude, yeah, no, I appreciate it.
And he was like, yeah, and he was cool, and he was awesome, and I was like, and he was like, yeah, and we probably should have gone with it. And no, I'm just kidding, but so
I thought she actually was like, fucking, she killed it, and they were like, we just really like you because you have that drive.
We probably should have went with the other guy, but
right, but
the other guy's pushing triple your numbers,
right,
but
no, but they were like, but you seem cool enough, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll take it, but
cool enough,
I'll take it.
Yeah, but in Colorado at the very beginning, you know, like people, when I would go in and like cold call accounts, and I'd be like, yeah, it's called Montucky Cold Snacks, you know, and people would be like, Montucky Cold Snacks, and they kind of chew on it a little bit, you know. And sort of now that because we've only been in Southern California for a few months now, and I'm sort of getting that same response, but then it sort of ends up being like this question mark thing. But then after a while, so now Colorado is our biggest market by like heaps. They are like doing really, really well. And like you can't wear a t-shirt there without somebody being like, Montucky, you know? And I'm like,
the dude's hammered as well. He's like,
no. It will be daylight hours. It'll be appropriate. Like,
it'll be in the middle. It'll be in the
still
middle
be
of
hammered
church.
during daylight hours.
You can, right. But like one time I was on a run, for example, and like just minding my own business, this guy came up and grabbed my arm, and I was like, oh shit, I'm about to like have to like do this, you know?
I'm gonna have to stab someone real quick.
She turned around and was like, you want to catch these hands?
Yeah, and he was like, how much for your shirt? And I was like, I am on a run. I'm sweating. Like, I have my headphones in. Also, you can't grab it. What are you doing, fool? And I was like, you can't buy my shirt off me. You're an extra large man, and I wear a size small. Like, I'm a small woman.
Or
Like,
maybe he was just looking for that schmedium. Like, he just wanted that
So
tight fit.
$40 did it go for, or what did you end up selling
I said
for?
180. I know my worth, babe. I know.
Hey, she got $180 for a small T-shirt on a full-grown
Small,
ass man.
sweaty shirt. Yeah, there's been lower trades, but that's one of them. But
There's been lower trade.
But so yeah, Montucky. So it's funny because people will be like, "What the hell?" And then eventually they'll be like, like they love to shout. Like nobody like is like, "Dude, I love Montucky." They'll be like, "I love Montucky," and it's always yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, dang."
It does roll off the tongue nicely.
It does, yeah. And then one of Jeremy's buddies calls beer exclusively cold snacks. Like he'll be like, no matter what it is, you know, he'll be like
cold snack.
He'll be like, hey, and he's from the South, so I guess he has a really thick accent. So I'm not gonna like offend anybody.
It's okay. You can hear. We can hear it. We love to hear it.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it. Honestly.
Go ahead. Give us a run.
All right. So I'm like, hey, because he like is one of like he's from backwoods.
He's from backwoods.
Hey, first off, fucking nailed it.
And he'll be like, let's go get a cold snack. Jeremy has depicted him for some reason in my head. I always imagine him on a riding lawnmower, you know, and then I don't know why.
Running from the cops.
Just him driving.
But yeah, and then he goes and he gets a cold snack. So that's sort of where that's where the name came from.
I kind of like cold snack though, because it sounds like more of just like an adult.
It sounds appropriate.
Yeah, it's like give us a cold snack.
You could say it around the kids.
Right,
It's
right.
it's a multifunctional
Yeah,
word.
daddy's cold snack.
Yeah,
know?
you can tell the kids, like my parents used to do, hey, go in the refrigerator, grab me a cold snack.
Yeah, that's when you get a dog and you say cold snack, and then he goes, brings it back in his cute little mouth. You give him some pats.
We just got.
Then you proceed to get hammered.
We just got a puppy. My sister and I just got a puppy. We should probably trade.
I think it's time.
Yeah, puppy's gonna have to be the Montucky.
I don't know if the
Cold.
can's gonna fit in its mouth, but for sure.
The amount of no, it does. Have you not seen? Do you not watch YouTube?
Yeah.
Never been on
all
it.
right,
What
fine.
is it?
It's a really amazing thing that's
Okay,
done great
cool.
things.
I love the retro vibe though too. You guys kept this thing like 1979 retro.
One time a guy was sitting at a bar with me, you know, like after he was telling me, because obviously I've worked for Montucky for a while, so I pretty much know I know the gist of it, you know, and he's telling me that we are owned by PBR, and I'm like, actually we're not, and he's like, no, they are, and I was like, all right, dude, and he's like, whatever, if they're paying my bills.
You're like,
thanks.
can I get your card actually? Do you work here? I had no idea.
And he goes, yeah, my dad has been drinking cold snacks for ages. I know.
For ages.
And I'm like,
we started in 2012, so
I'm like, oh, really?
don't
Like,
think that's
is-
ages, but
Is that true?
How
Like,
many years has he been drinking these colds? I'm just
I'm like, if
asking
it's-
for a friend.
If it's 2, then like, all right, you got me
ages,
there.
Ages.
But I'm like, it's because it looks like a little bit sun-worn, a little bit, you know, a little bit like it could be in your dad's garage. But I was like, dude, that's not it. But so,
Hey, nice try. I love the effort and I love what you're trying to do here, but you're missing
and
this.
sure, I will give you my number after that.
You know, that was a great pickup line. I love it. Oh my god.
You're doing
No,
better
I
at my
literally
job
just
than me.
wanted your card. Actually, it's fine. Like it's cool.
But yeah, so it is. The retro stuff is cool. I mean, we have this van on my T-shirt.
I was gonna talk about that in a minute, but you brought it up,
And
so
here I beat you to it.
yeah. I'm here.
It's also
That's the van you drove
from
here,
the
right?
80s. No, I have a 97 Foreigner that I drove here, so it's pretty much the same.
It's close.
Close enough.
It sounds the same.
Same blue.
Yeah, my exhaust has a hole in it, so it pretty much sounds
Like that,
Same.
like that Prius I just went by. Oh my! Anyways, we're not going on a tangent.
But so this van is also very ancient. Another failure that we could touch on is the van also.
Is it an actual company van?
It
Is that a real van?
That was the first delivery vehicle right there.
No. We bought this much later.
We bought this 2 weeks ago. Shut
no,
up.
it's probably actually only a couple years old, but it seems like it should have been from 10 years ago.
She's got some soul to her.
She's nice. She's a nice lady, but she has some quirks. You know, like where you're like, you see a movie and there's like a quirky girl and you end up like falling in love with her because she's like, you know, cute. But she sometimes doesn't run. Sometimes
Temperamental.
She throws temper tantrums.
sometimes they'll be in the middle of nowhere and she won't turn back on.
Minor.
Yeah, Jeremy and Jeff are VP of sales. His name's Jeff, and then Jeremy's one of the owners. They went on an excursion, if you will, in the van, in the Blue Stallion. And then ended up, you know, picking up a hitchhiker, which is very classic. It ended up being, you know, like a cousin of one of somebody who Jeremy went to high school with because it's Bozeman, you know, and so it's a village. So.
I'm not even mad about any part of this story at all right now. Keep
I was
going.
gonna say hitchhiker's weird, and then you're like, oh, it's a cousin of somebody, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, it's fine.
fuck Montucky. Woo.
It's not weird, but so thankfully with the hitchhiker in tow, it didn't break down that time. But
And the hitchhiker didn't try to kill him.
Honestly, that kind of
mostly, yeah, they're both still alive.
That would have been better though. Like had it broke down, like the guy's like, yeah, can you give me a ride? They're like, yeah, dude, we got you. Hey, do you know anybody that can give us a ride, or how?
Do you got a cell phone?
Jeremy, I guess, was camping in the backcountry one time and it didn't turn back on. And I was like, so what'd you do? And he's like, yeah, I walked a little bit. And I was like, I'm not going to ask the number. Like, I'm not going to ask.
It's like my shoes just disintegrated because I walked so far, but it was a little trek, nothing big.
But sometimes she's back. Sometimes she does well. Like, they want to go on a full van tour.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
so
support
when
this.
they actually do, they'll go through, like, the mountains of Colorado, which I can't imagine she'll make it through. Maybe she will. She's going to do great. She'll make it through. But
someone clearly doesn't have faith in her, but it's whatever.
Just going through the northern pass, coming through Wyoming, you'll be fine. It's only windier than,
yeah.
Wyoming.
Got a little chilly through the pass.
Wyoming wasn't windy for us at all.
Yeah. You just will weight it down with. You didn't have enough cold snacks. Obviously.
We should have. We almost got blown over twice.
We probably needed a couple cold snacks for that adventure, but
yeah.
Yeah, who knew Southern Wyoming gets that windy? It's
there's a reason. The 7 people that live there all know that. Believe it or not. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
So, I want to see that van going through there. So do they have beer taps in this van?
No, they should. It's really. They have a little cooler though.
It's got a lot of potential. That's all I'm gonna say.
They got an igloo cooler in the back with some stickers on it.
That's actually so accurate. It's offensive. And
they're like, give us some free product. They're like, we have 2 beers in here.
They're like, how do you feel about 2 beers and some hot Cheetos? Because that's what we're working on.
Honestly, favorite brand already.
This is my new dream company.
Yeah, and a shag carpet.
You had me at the hot Cheetos, honestly.
You have shag carpet in this thing?
In the van. Mm-hmm.
Where do are you guys hiring?
Yeah.
Can I sign up?
We need another owner.
Another owner?
Yeah,
another California rep owner.
California rep owner.
Whatever.
Devin, weren't you looking for a job to be an Orange County owner?
Yeah, do you guys hire, they hire people that don't know what the hell they're doing. Prime example.
Yeah.
I love it.
Ouch.
Yeah.
She said it herself, not me.
Ouch.
She said it herself.
How dare you disrespect an owner on our show?
Yeah, it's fine. I won't come back.
So where do we apply for owner spots? Just asking for a friend.
Mm-hmm. There's a job section on the website that probably says we're not hiring right now.
They're like, we actually just don't fucking want anybody.
Feel free to check it out anyways.
Last pay stubs bounced, so we're
like, how do you feel about getting paid in beer?
There's probably 1,000 people in line going, yup.
Dang, our squad is full at the moment. Feel free to send a I'm sending you a resume.
Oh, that's weird. Is my
behalf.
Wi-Fi disconnected? It's nothing.
So strange.
Nothing's opening on that part.
I thought we were for sure looking for some more owners.
Wow.
It's weird.
Man, fuck.
I must have not got that email.
Some of the timing just doesn't work out, but it is what it is.
Now you guys just introduced a seltzer though now.
Seltzer, yeah, baby. It's grapefruit, so it's very exotic. Nobody's done it before.
Very exotic.
Yeah, no, nobody has a grapefruit flavor.
Nope,
That's
nope.
smart.
Nope, nobody.
Smart.
Not a lot of people know that.
Well, it's pretty crazy because you guys obviously had to come out with a seltzer to be even relevant, right?
Well, the origin of the seltzer. Every origin story is like. With Montucky is pretty funny. Like the van, everything's pretty funny. Everything that we do is pretty funny. But
we should be friends with these guys.
Yeah, if you could ever get them. But here's the B team. So.
I don't know how many times we have to say
I'm gonna stay friends with the Southern California owner. We're friends with her now. All our stuff is gonna go through her. But anyways, let's go on with this.
So seltzer, we ended up. Not last year because last year doesn't count, so none of us turned a year older.
It's a write-off last year.
Yeah. I'm still.
It was a bye year.
Still 24.
Leap year. We just leaped right over that fucking one.
Yes, exactly.
It was a double leap.
But so I guess 2019, on April Fool's Day, we sort of posted a picture. It was of a can, but that we just I think. Kayla, the girl who runs our social media, she's super amazing.
Another owner.
Yep. Mm-hmm. She's queen.
So many owners.
Queen. There's only 10 of us, so there's not that many. But she ended up, flipping it and then turning it in instead of where it said snack, it said seltzer, and then people ended up just losing their shit. They were like, it's seltzer, you know?
guys doing seltzer?
Yeah, and it was kind of, because White Claw's really only been out for 3 years now.
Dude, that shit took off.
They actually,
it is wild.
They blew up in COVID because no one else had anything to do, so they just drank White Claw.
Right, yeah, that sounds like my weekend. But
weekday and weekend.
Sounds like my life. But
Monday through Sunday.
So we ended up posting this picture. It ended up being our most liked picture of all time. I was still in Colorado at the time, so people were like, hey, so when's the seltzer coming out? And I was like, that was a joke. It's a joke. It's still a joke. And then it ended up not being a joke.
The numbers were maybe we shouldn't take this as a joke.
Maybe we should figure out how to make seltzer, guys.
Yeah, we were like, seltzer. And then everybody naturally, it's quick how quick people.
So the first batch was also made in a tub. It was just Mountain Dew, and then they squirted some grapefruit in there, and they were like seltzer.
It was just their beer, and they just added grapefruit in there, and they're like, that works. That's
it was just like they just poured like a couple Perriers and then like some vodka, and then they were like squeezed the grapefruit, and they're like, fucking sell us.
No, it was literally LaCroix, Cheeto dust.
Just sprinkled in there.
That's our secret recipe, folks.
2 unicorn tears.
Those are expensive, so it was an event.
Unicorn tears are hard to come by.
Yeah, it was.
That's actually, that's the hardest part of the company is actually getting the unicorn tears. That's,
Well, the reason why we all got hired is because we all had our own unicorns, so you sort of have to have the prerequisite.
You got your own uni? Man.
Couple.
Who knew?
I'm a breeder.
What?
It's elite.
Breeder.
It's very elite.
It's elite.
We might need to get a Just Another Failure podcast unicorn.
I have a blow up one in my car. You could have.
I have a mascot of my car, a unicorn in my house, in my car.
But so
she just comes prepared everywhere, I guess. Like, here's my card. Here's a blow up unicorn. Have a nice fucking day. Drink our beer.
That's my sales. That is like literally my elevator pitch.
Yeah, I know. Give me a job. Like, it's not that hard.
She just walks down the beach. Here's your unicorn, a cold snack, and a hat. Have fun, buddy.
Have a good afternoon.
Have a great one. Thanks. Bye. Yeah. So I'll bestow those on you before I leave. The unicorn mostly.
Big word.
Bestow, yeah.
Big word. Fancy.
You also have to know lots. You have to play words with friends with us too. We've got a group thing going on.
Oh, jeez.
We're pretty much early 2000s.
Early 2000s. I feel like I'm like halfway ownership right now. Like I feel like I'm like becoming an owner.
I'm telling you all our fucking secrets. You're gonna know everything.
Yeah, that's nice. Has your paycheck come in yet, or?
Let me check my email. I'm gonna check real quick.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Well, so where can you actually find
my paycheck yet.
Montucky cold snacks in California? Because you guys are somewhat new.
Somewhat new, yes.
So where's some bars or establishments that people listening can get these bad boys?
Literally, Bev Mo. I can't walk into any Bev Mo with this T-shirt now. Like right before I came and got a 12-pack, and I was like on my way out because naturally I was running late, and I was like, oh shit, gotta go. And she was like, hey, and I was like, what? And she was like, does your shirt match that? And I was like, it does. And she was like, can I have
your shirt?
something?
Why does everybody ask this fucking question?
Dude, Chad will give you the shirt off his back. I have no idea how many times I've seen Chad topless in a bar because he has literally.
You want my shirt, bro?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you my shirt, bro.
Like before anybody even asks, it's already off. And I'm like, Chad, nobody wanted it yet.
The guy
10 minutes.
The guy just looks at it. He's like, Montucky. He's like, you want my fucking shirt?
Yeah, yes.
Chad just walks in shirtless, holding it now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's like, all right.
Just shows up shirtless, and he's like, who wants it? Who wants it?
It's like, I know where we're getting. This is fine.
Put your clothes back on. You're at church.
And
yeah, but we don't do beer at church. That's for the.
No, yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Anyways, so you can find it literally in all the Bev Mo's, all the Total Wines. El Bar just around the corner from here has it.
Murphy's has it on 2nd Street.
Yeah. And so I'm further, the Southern California owner, I'm even further south. So there's a couple good spots in San Diego.
You're borderline international owner.
I'm practically international.
You might
we
be
do have, yeah. I mean, we have beer in Texas that is like goes over the border, so it's pretty much a cerveza.
She's like, there's a couple places in TJ, Chihuahua, Mexico.
Yeah. I'm like Mr. Worldwide right here. So.
I just got canceled for that already, so it's all good.
It's
we get canceled weekly, so
it's okay, dude. It's
a tough culture to be a part of.
Did you just bring up Mr. Worldwide, by the way? Mr. 305?
Is that me?
Fuck him. That's my dog, dude. Pitbull.
Did she do that? But so yeah, so really, I mean, probably little local spots will start to have it sooner than later. But also, it's been funny, like coming here, pretty much at the weirdest time in like history that any of us have been alive for, and then like me coming in and being like, hey, try this new beer, and then everybody's like, fuck no, girl, like.
Is it a double IPA?
What? Yeah, they're like, is that dandelion jalapeno? And I'm like, I could put a dandelion in there for you. I'll do it.
If that's what I have to do to drink my beer, I'll do it.
But really, it's because people have been like wanting to sort of stick to what they know, or it's like, okay, nobody's really risking like the new guy right now, because it's like they can, unfortunately, like they can maybe not afford like their rent in their freaking bar, or like, to pay their employees who like that's like people's lives. So it has been sort of an uphill battle, but it's starting to gain traction a little bit, which I'm really excited for, because as much as I love, stacking cases and going to Bev Mo's every day, I definitely
just absolutely
I have more fun in bars. It's so weird.
So do you do both sides? Do you do broad market and branch?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, and among we have a couple part-time reps who I hang out with, and then doing events, then doing beer festivals, then...
Do you guys do Great American?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jeff and
best
I
beer festival in the world.
poured it at it last year, or 2 years ago now, and that was a weekend.
She doesn't remember much of it, but
that'll
it
be
was
for
a
a different podcast.
Beer's become so trendy, though, that you can't get tickets anymore to the Great American Beer Festival. It's sold out so quick.
The amount of people who were like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I was like, "Why?" And they were like, "Well, you got a Montucky shirt on," and I'm like, "You could just have it."
You could just.
We have social media too. You can just go on there. It's like you don't have to.
You can go on our website. You can buy this shirt actually.
Yeah, this shirt costs $14. So.
Yeah,
on the website.
You too could have one.
Yes.
Believe it or not. But I was gonna say the one-off beers, like the smaller names, are becoming bigger because people, especially in California,
right.
obviously we love our fucking dandelion avocado toast, 8% beer. But it's like those are now becoming your more like everybody goes out and doesn't get a fucking Bud Light anymore.
Right.
They're like, what's the weirdest shit you have here? I'll take one of those.
Well, and then I think sort of where we end up getting our hot spot is people, do want to try those weird, funky, whatever, 8 to 12 to whatever % beers that are just heavy. And then you have one of those and you're like, dude, I don't want another one. And so we are sort of, people have categorized us as a dad beer. And I'm like, what? And then I'm like, wait, actually.
That's not, that's a compliment.
I like it. Yeah. Where I'm like, okay, it's true. Cause it's you see your dad when you're a kid and he's crushing some buds, and you're like, all right, cool, I want to be like
fucking
that one
CLs,
day.
baby.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, my dad had a mullet. He drove a Bronco. He had a mustache, and he was always having a Corona. And
Killed hams.
Dude, what? Yeah, exactly. And so we sort of fall into that category where we are a bit crafty because we're still independent. There's only 10 of us. We come on podcasts still.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
we come out in public still, guys. We're still in the public eye.
Yeah, but people do want, their whatever. They do want that heavy thing, but we're kind of the nice nightcap. But we're still not, we're still not Bud. We're still not that anything's wrong with that too, right? But it's you sort of see this shift when you finally get people off of the hams or off of PBR and be like, oh, try this. It's new. It's it's a light beer. You know what you're getting.
It's awesome.
I think it's a really better version of PBR is just so you feel bad about yourself drinking it. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't know. I still love a PBR.
Hey,
I mean,
really?
PBR got a blue ribbon for a reason.
Okay, I really think too. My mom's from Wisconsin, so maybe this is just the blood
flowing. Does she have
flowing.
a mansion in Wisconsin?
She doesn't. She's from Colorado, so it's that's pretty much LA now. But
unfortunately, R.I.P.
It's that thing where it's they sort of paved the way for hipsters, where it's I thought I was
the
cool.
Most hipster beer.
I would hit up my brothers in high school and I'd be like, hey, so you guys want to get me some PBR? And they'd be like, no. Weirdo.
Do you want to drink actual beer or
no? And I didn't, and so I didn't, and so
no. Just give me the worst shit out there.
Yeah, and so
nothing against PBR.
I love Pabst.
No, me too. And I saw something the other day that was actually so cute because it was a little cartoon image of a Montucky can and a PBR can holding hands, and it was saying, "Why can't we be friends?" or "We can be friends," or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I was like, "Wait, that's sweet," because it's they sort of paved the way, and now it's just different, we're they're so artsy, they've got really cool stuff going, but we definitely have more of this outdoor following. The amount of people that I meet who are like, dude, yeah, my bro, showed me this beer when we were backcountry Jackson, or I have a favorite bar in Breckenridge that I spend way too much time at, and
Love Breck.
yeah, the amount of people that I'm yeah, Dude,
this
you're
guy?
the bro. You are so the bro who's like, they'll be like, yeah, my bro showed me this beer in Breck. And I'm
But
like,
are,
sweet.
are we just gonna skip out Love Breck, bro?
Hey, it's a good time.
Fucking
Brack, A
dope,
Mason,
dude.
Keystone.
It's the best.
It's
I know.
yeah.
I know. And I moved up there when I was a kid and like,
Matt's actually a low-key frat guy, apparently.
yeah, it's fine.
Love
Dude,
Breck,
join
bro.
that- Dude, you're fine. You're hired. That's like, we all are. There's, let's see, 1/5 of us have been frats. Not me. I wouldn't be allowed, but
I didn't go to college.
One
but yeah.
fifth. We don't do fractions here, but if you
it's
can
a
put that in
couple.
decimal form, we'll be good.
yeah, it's 0.2.
There we go. Thank
It
you.
is.
Yeah, that's nice. I
It
like
was.
the
You're-
conversion.
You're welcome.
But no,
I
Breck's
could
cool.
put it in like meters, kilometers too, if you want.
It feels like a good ski town beer though.
It is.
Kilometers.
It is. It is. It really is because we have had like such success in like sort of mountain towns. Like we haven't really blown up. Like when I was living in Denver, like I had like maybe like 20 accounts that were buying from me but then I would go up to Breck or I would go up to Summit County or I would go up to Vail or Steamboat and like every single person, because it's like a mud season beer where it's like, okay, like you can drink this during, like you can actually afford to drink this when you have literally no money. Like, and also, but then
All our degenerate alcoholic friends are like, dude, whoa, what's the name of this? Hold on, what?
yeah, they're all
I'm fucking
taking,
broke, but I still love to get drunk.
taking note. Yeah, because you can have it, you know, like when you're skiing, it's not gonna like weigh you down like some gnarly thing, and it's not gonna be an Irish coffee where you like get buzzed and then like come down from it and then you have to drink another Irish coffee, but then like you're drinking then 10 Irish coffees. Like, so it really is like sort of that thing where you can like have it, and then during off season when you do not have the money and you don't have anything to do, it's still like affordable. And then sort of from that, people, you know, have taken it back to their towns, like taken it back to like actual cities. So yeah, it sort of started small. Like in Tahoe, we're doing really well,
see that.
which makes total sense.
Oh yeah, dude, love ho, dude.
Dang, I
For
love
sure, dude.
Truckee.
Yeah,
I was just up there for a bachelor party, but yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
same.
who is this guy?
I'm
for real?
from Northern California. Like Truckee and Tahoe were my back door for
Yeah,
snowboarding my
it's
whole
literally
life.
the
You guys
best.
had Big Bear, we had Truckee Tahoe.
I know. I went to Big Bear for the first time the other day, and I was like, "This
Sucks.
is from no." I was like, "Dude,
This is
like,
from out cold.
This is a 90s dream." Like the people watching, and I was like, I'm the best skier on this mountain. I've never been the best skier anywhere in my whole entire life.
Oh, there's
But
some folks out there.
literally at Big Bear, I was like some guy was like, "Hey, so are you a pro?" And I was like, "What? No, sir."
I'm from Colorado.
It's like, oh god.
You're like drink a couple of these and you can be one too.
I'll never forget. I was at Copper though one time. There was a bunch of like local Grom kids in the park. This was like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. And the kids were like all these old cocky Grom
Yeah.
Colorado kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Where are you guys from?" We're like, "California." They're like, "Do you guys even have mountains in Colorado or in California?" I'm like, "Never heard of Tahoe?" Like,
Our geography lessons. We're pretty like egocentric there, where it's like, all right, cool. Colorado mountains, the only ones that matter.
Rocky Mountains are the only mountains in the entire northern hemisphere.
World,
Yeah.
anywhere really.
I think in the U.S.
Yeah.
those are the only ones,
Yeah,
right?
the only,
I
the
mean-
only ones that matter.
Yeah. Okay.
Colorado gets to brag. They have the only ski lift in, I think, in the North America that's high. It's the highest ski lift in North America.
Did you just say the North America?
Yeah,
I
the
think
North
I
America.
love
Yeah,
the
I was
States,
trying to
it's
go
fine.
there, but it's at Is that Breck?
I don't know.
It's either at Breck or Keystone. It's at like
You know
14,000
more than
feet.
me.
It's the highest ski lift in North America, North America.
But like,
These 8% are getting me.
Yeah,
I
know.
just I'm trying to figure out what that means though. Like it just sits off the snow the most. What do
No,
you
it's
mean?
like that. It's on the highest peak that a ski lift goes to. It's
Okay,
above the
gotcha.
tree line. It's like
Yeah.
at
Gotcha.
14,000
You
feet.
can't breathe.
Yeah,
It's
you
what-
actually need an oxygen mask just
Dude,
to go on
it
this.
is cold on that lift. I've gone up there a couple times.
Well,
It's
so
cold.
when there's snow in places, usually the weather is more of a cold
Dang.
environment.
I love that we're doing math. We're doing science.
Meteorologist.
Yes.
This is an educational episode.
This is helpful.
We love to
for
inform
me.
people.
But no, like going back to the outdoor, like I love it because we do like the bonfires down here on the
Yeah.
beach. It's a good bonfire beer. And don't get me wrong, I like a good IPA.
Yeah.
A good double IPA, it's
Same,
fun.
yeah.
But like in the summertime, like the last thing I want is to someone to hand me an IPA.
Right.
You
I
need
like
the,
You're
you need
offended.
The,
Yeah.
You need the consistency beer. You need to be able to sip that thing all day. You need to be last long.
Yeah.
You know, to the
We're
point
a
where you're
long-term
not going to be.
relationship.
Yeah.
Where you're not going to be obliterated by 4.
Like if we're sitting out on the lake on the boat, like I don't need a
Yeah.
double IPA just to be like I'm full. Like, I
Right.
want to be sitting in the water enjoying
that
a cold
bikini
snack.
body, baby.
Yeah, bikini.
Yeah.
Well, it's not there, but I'm more dad bod. Dad bod, dad beer.
Cold snack bod.
Yeah, cold snack bod.
But no, yeah, it really is where it's like,
Matt is a keg.
yeah, that's nice.
Thank you.
We have kegs in Colorado. You fit in well there. But no,
That
it,
heavy, guys.
it really is. It
You're
really
a triple IPA heavy.
Wheat and heavy.
Matt's upset.
Anyways.
But no, it really is like, I mean, we have mountains on the packaging, so obviously, because that's just sort of like where we all feel at home. But the amount of people who like I'll see, you know, like run out. Also, why does everybody in California run with their surfboards? Do you guys know?
Oh, I don't surf, so I don't do that.
Do you know?
Yeah, no.
He grew up a mile from the beach and doesn't surf.
Yeah, we
so
live pretty close to the beach.
He's kind of broken.
Never.
Mahalo.
Yeah, shreddy barrels. Wee.
Okay, anyways, well, I guess that will be for a different person. But we see.
Is there anyone in this room out here that knows why people run with
Actually,
their-
just go outside and
Yeah.
just scream off the balcony and just be like, there'll be
Maybe
9 people that surf.
somebody will be able to answer
Yeah.
me.
You
Yeah,
get like
but
9 kooks out there like, Jabra, like,
it's to warm up. That's what I always think. I'm like, maybe they're warming up. Maybe they're excited. I love that. I always run like when I see an ice cream shop. I'm like, God, let's get there.
when I
So-
see an ice cream shop.
You're
I get
not,
it.
she's not wrong.
Yeah.
when I
she's
see a
not wrong.
cold snack. But so anyways, back from that. I've seen people like starting, you know, like have their little coolers on the beach, like have their umbrellas, have their, you know, golden doodle or whatever they have here, and then there will be
Not a lot of huskies out here, but there's only one breed in Colorado, husky.
That's it. And Mets. We rescue everything. But no, so it's like it's nice because it is sort of like turning into like people, you know, hanging out, having it on the beach, you know, taking it up to Big Bear, taking it camping, taking it, you know, to other places, taking it like I have friends who have a houseboat.
Oh yeah, houseboats are a good time.
And they were like, this is our official houseboat beer. And I'm like,
I
dude, do
can
you want a
approve of that.
t-shirt? Like, oh, cool.
I'll talk to the owners about getting houseboat beer on a shirt for you guys.
Well, it's funny, like,
you want a collared shirt?
no, houseboats are redneck yacht club. We're not yachters, all right? Houseboaters aren't yachters. We don't do the polos and the weird shoes.
Hey, whoa, dude! You can do just a button up. You've seen my Coors Light button up.
Yeah.
We do have a button up. It looks like a Hawaiian shirt, but then it's pine cones, because you know
I like
the
that.
mountains.
Well, like that.
Like how they tied that in.
Well, this would be a great redneck yacht club because, like, growing up,
Yeah.
we grew up on houseboats and stuff like that, and so our redneck yacht club's beer and orange juice.
Right.
And like people
Yeah.
now call that a mammosa, and it's like, no, that's a redneck yacht club.
Yeah.
It's a redneck yacht club. That's what we
I
drink.
like
Yeah.
that name.
Brass
You-
monkey, isn't that?
Well, that was malt liquor and
Okay.
orange juice.
All right,
So
fine. All
yeah,
right.
this is
All
beer
right,
and orange
all right.
juice.
This is way
Malt-
classier.
Malt liquor.
Like-
No, I actually wanted to. I want to talk about the sponsorship program you guys got going on.
Chat.
Because you guys got some
Sorry,
pretty
you
cool.
a pro?
He's really big on this whole
No, you know,
sponsorship
these,
thing. He's a big sponsor guy.
These you know, you got
Are
some
you a pro?
pretty cool
Are you a
outdoor.
pro?
You guys got some pretty cool
Amateur
outdoor
at best.
enthusiasts and you know, professionals on there. Matt sometimes flies a plane.
Mm-hmm.
I ride mountain bikes at a mediocre level. Yeah, so
I heard you were a pro surfer.
He crashes a mountain bike really well. Like, he can crash on
Really
a pro
good.
level.
Really good. So what I was gonna say is
He's the only guy I know that lands on his feet and breaks both his
and
hands.
I didn't see anybody sponsored, any podcast sponsors on the website, so I was just gonna see where we could sign the contract,
Yeah,
and
I brought it.
it's
It's here.
it's in the backpack. I was
right there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, see, dotted line.
Yep, it's
Cool.
right there. But yeah, we have some really cool athletes. Mostly skiers. We have a rock climber, a ski juror, which is where you get pulled behind, not dragged. That's not, they're much more athletic than that.
You get dragged behind something and just
You
tumble across
you
the
get
ground.
pulled by a horse. You're on skis. Do you know what ski juring is?
No.
Okay, I was gonna ask. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to be that guy because I thought Matt was gonna be like, "You don't know what that is."
No. Yeah, it's
know this
really
one.
cool. It's
You get pulled by a horse.
you get pulled by a horse, and then you go over
That
like
is the most Montucky shit I've
it's
ever heard.
Crazy. It is so crazy, and you see the wipeouts, and you're like, that person has to be dead.
Is this like on cross country skis kind of thing, or what?
No. Like on, well, yeah, like not like in between. Like
Okay.
it's not on like fake like powder skis, but it's
Not just some fatties out there just ripping down the street.
It's actually a requirement. You have to buy them from Big Five. That's how you get into the sport.
right. Yeah, you're like, okay, as
They're like, yeah, I picked this up at
budget
Big Five, and now I'm gonna get pulled by a horse.
Yeah, but yeah, mostly snow culture is where we've touched. Only because we haven't been in places that have had not seasons, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You know, Big Bear's got snow and mountain bike stuff. You know, we're just cranking.
We're just gonna go. This is a real sport.
Yes.
Wow.
Did you find her?
Yeah.
Oh, they do like.
They're doing slalom.
Yeah.
What?
In little jumps.
Yeah. Oh, that guy just ate it.
Yeah. It's real. It's real. It's real.
Why is this? Why have I never heard?
Why
of
is this not in the Olympics?
Because if you're not from
Montucky.
yeah, if you're not from Montucky, essentially, then like that's pretty much.
That has to be literally.
This is the most Wyoming, Montana
Well, that's
thing
what I
I've
was
ever
gonna
seen
say.
in my
They're
life.
like, we have a ton of flat shit, a bunch of snow, a horse, and some skis. What can we do with this?
And a rope.
Yeah, and a rope.
It had to have like originated from like a 3 a.m.
Someone
thing.
drunk.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
We just had this
We
conversation.
literally just talked about how most ideas come from like a drunk thought.
Yeah.
And this probably is a defining moment for drunk thoughts.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows when you're drinking, that's when the best ideas come out. And you're like, let's give this a go right now. Like
Either the best or the worst. Like it's not anything in between.
No, there's no mediocre ground there.
A circle back. That is how Montucky started, actually. So.
Exactly.
It's true though.
It's something. So we have a professional, and she's amazing. Actually, she doesn't fall.
She doesn't fall.
No, and the VP of Ops for us, he does it occasionally. And now he has 2 little kids, and I'm like, dude, are you gonna like keep doing this? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna teach the kids. I'm like, all right.
I want to try this
with a pony. Yeah, I was
with a
like,
pony, with a mini horse.
Yeah.
do it with the dog, the family dog.
I went to the pet store the other day to buy dog food by my parents' house, and there was literally a mini horse and a mastiff just sitting in front. I'm like, okay, this is a thing now.
I went to the dog beach, and there was a donkey there, and I was like, dude, this is.
Were you in Tijuana?
No, I was in Del Mar. That's much more.
Wow, that's like a bougie place to have a donkey on the beach.
Hey, but that's why they had a donkey, because they're like, yeah, we're so rich, we have a donkey.
That thing like tried to go to the Del Mar racetrack. Like, no, out of here.
Aw, he tried.
He tried.
That's cute. I like that story. I hope he succeeded. Maybe they called him back.
Why wouldn't
Maybe they called me. He got called back.
why wouldn't he have made it, Matt?
He's a donkey.
He was really cute. I'll show you a picture.
So there was a donkey just on the beach. Mm-hmm. I mean, you gotta love what
It's
people
my
do.
favorite animal. I was like, this is my heaven.
Was it an emotional support donkey?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope, just a
Not vested or anything.
no, just a little guy, just a little fella,
Just a little mini horse.
just a little fella.
Donkeys
Do you
are
remember-
relatively large.
Do you remember on Robin Big when that show was on and he had
Mini horse.
a little mini horse?
2 of them. Or when we were
And he
at-
made that like cool little thing in his whatever it was like a Tahoe. And he literally made like a little stable
back
in the
one.
trunk.
Yeah,
Those are better times.
Well,
I know, that was
you got to
nice.
play with mini horses at Praetorian.
Dude, those things were. Didn't you like
Why
that
aren't
though?
we there? Why did you guys bring me to this beautiful,
I mean,
immaculately
how far,
decorated room? Why did we not go?
our closet, our giant closet.
Why did we not go to wherever you're talking? You played with mini horses.
Wait, how far does your territory go? We could take you.
Dude, I cover the whole state of California.
Oh
I'm
yeah, we could.
here.
He would be stoked actually to have you. So he makes the Walking Dead bats.
Whoa, you can't say that.
Oh, sorry. He makes the bats with the barbed wire on them.
Yeah. Oh, that's TM trademark.
Yeah.
Got it. He makes those
Yeah.
scary things.
Those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
No,
that
no,
one
he would-
show.
He would be stoked to have you guys on the ranch. He'd probably do a lot of funny videos with
Yeah.
your beer.
Well,
Great.
Matt was like interested in all the like other horses because he's obviously a ranch guy. So he was like, oh yeah, these
You're
are
a
like
horse girl energy.
Yeah, he is.
I don't have horse girl.
He showed up
energy,
in tall boots and spandex pants for some reason. I was like,
Y'all had a beautiful, perfectly pleated braid behind them, cascading.
I was
That's
like,
English
Matt.
riding,
I was like,
Western.
Matt, you're so different when we come to these freaking horse
You
stables.
look beautiful.
No, but he was like, because the horses that he has on the property are
Frisians.
Like, they're legitimately like world class though. And Matt was like,
those
dude, look how cool this horse is. And then I saw mini horses. I was like, no.
You were like, sit down.
Yeah, I was like,
sir.
that horse sucks. Those little ones, that's what's up.
I also just introduced Devin to Boot Barn for the first time like 2 months ago in Colorado. Like his first experience in a boot barn.
Yeah,
So he's never done one of those.
magic.
It's a pretty cool place.
It makes you feel something.
We found some the high end boot section that we like went into.
Yeah.
Some nice
I
boots
know
in
you
there.
can't afford that.
Though they had like
You can't
Real-
afford
Maybe you
that.
can't afford that. I don't know you.
Yeah.
No,
stop judging me, first
we're,
off.
We're kind of on a limited budget here. You know, we're with the free beer thing. So, but
I actually I shop at Zapateria La Balleria. I get my new
Yeah.
boots there.
Well, our next
Genuine ostrich leather.
our next event will have to be a mini horse race or something.
we can make this happen.
I think it's a good plan. I mean, we've done We've done much weirder events.
We're all into the weird events.
yeah.
Like the old school Barstool sports. No pun on you, Dave, on Barstool, but literally like Barstool sports, like all the weird stuff. Bar chair racing, lawnmower racing,
We did
Pickle races where you
pickle races, turtle races.
Yeah, not last winter, but the winter before, we did an event that was called "Come in Your Jeans," and it was a ski. Like it was, we were trying to have. Let me finish. We were having the world record of how many people were showing up to A Basin to ski in your jeans. So there was like over 200 of us.
when you said we had the world record for, I was like, oh my god, where's this going?
We did it with Pit Viper. They were the ones who blessed us with. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, we don't play with Pit Viper.
Okay, I know, like let's.
Heat wave visual.
Right.
Heat wave visual, everyone.
We did it with a. Here, can you edit that?
Yeah, we do
did
not
it-
speak
Well,
of
we're
that.
gonna have to now. Thanks.
Do it. We did it with a sunglass company
There
who's
you go.
like pretty funny.
If you want like a real sunglass, just let you know, Heat wave visual is
Much
the
better
only
quality.
official sunglass of party sunglasses.
I know if I want people
Yeah.
to think that I wasn't a frat, even though they're like, "Hey, that's a girl," and I'm like, "I wasn't a frat," then I'll wear those ones. But
These are great. These are the future. You see
Yes.
into the future when you wear
okay,
these.
deal.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we had
Quick
so
little
many
plug.
so many people showing up in jeans, and it was amazing. It was breathtaking. To
Hey,
say
skiing in your jeans
the
is a good
least.
time.
Yes, yeah, and it was something. It was something, and so so many horse races wouldn't be far beyond our reach.
Have you been to Brennan's up in Venice, Santa Monica, where they do turtle racing?
No, I love that though. I thought you meant like your buddy Brendan, and I was like, dude, I don't know, maybe.
You ever been to my boy Brennan's house?
Is he cool?
Brennan's is on Lincoln in Venice or Santa Monica, whatever town that is right there, and they do turtle racing.
That's amazing.
That needs to be a Montucky
Mm-hmm.
bar. I feel like that's a good Montucky bar.
One of the last bars in Colorado I opened up did the hermit crab racing.
Hermit crab racing.
It's a
Haven't
slow
heard
burn.
of-
It's a
haven't heard
slow
that one,
burn.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They don't move as fast as turtles, but so it's more of a marathon.
Which is even worse if you're thinking about it.
Now, are we riding the mini horses in the race, or are these just like?
Dude, I don't know.
I think we need to get a mini horse. What is it
Oh
called?
yeah, can you guys do like a mini horse Montucky?
Oh, those cute. Like, and they would be this one.
Yeah,
No?
it's like the little cans, the
Little
little narrow cans.
Yeah, the 8-ouncers.
Yes.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
little shooters.
Yeah.
It's fine. I am the owner, so I can pretty much do anything I want.
New idea. You guys heard it here first. We're doing the mini horse Montucky minis.
Yeah, that's like a
Well, just
full
another-
stallion, but we'll do a pony.
Yeah, that's
Just another
that's a
failure.
thoroughbred
Just
right there.
yeah, and we'll do just another failure Montucky can. That's just you get nothing in it. Actually, you can
8
just,
ounces with the mini
you
horse.
can just recycle it.
It'll be after I get fired, and I'll be like, "Hey guys, here's my."
How are you gonna get fired from the company you own?
We have a
They're gonna buy your ownership out.
Yeah.
After this
we have a
episode,
very
they're
intense
100.
board.
They're 100% firing you.
yeah, it's fine.
But I think that's a good idea. You should talk to the other owners at the owners meeting and bring up mini horse
Yeah,
cans.
at our retreat, our owners retreat.
Owners retreat every weekend, right?
We'll call them the quote unquote owners,
Yeah,
like whatever.
the guys who actually are in charge, who pay my bills
Sounds
for real.
sounds so corporate.
So, do you guys have like an athlete that's just out there that's completely just outrageous, that's hilarious that you guys sponsored?
One of our skiers right now, Taylor Seaton, is like my buddy. Love him so much, and he has a bowl cut that he won't get rid of. And I'm like,
Why would you?
It's hideous. I love him so much, Taylor.
Exactly.
I love you. I love you. But the other day he sent me this picture, and it's like him trimming, like maintaining his bowl cut. And I was like, dude, fucking get rid of. What are you doing?
Maintaining the bowl cut.
Yeah, like
It's a lifestyle.
Doing upkeep,
I
like
need to
when
see
you mow
this
the
thing.
lawn.
That's
Taylor Seaton,
That's
he's been with us since like almost the very beginning. So he's loyal. He's an amazing pipe skier, super rad, very good human, joy to be around, but has a bowl cut. So there's something. normally I support that too. Like normally I'm like, dude, hell yeah. But for some reason,
He just owns it too hard.
he loves it. He loves it too much. I think that's why I'm mad at it. Where I'm like, there's no shame, huh?
You're like, you legitimately have something wrong upstairs, huh?
And I'm like, dang it, you love it. So he's actually amazing. We have a girl named Kellen who's also a fucking badass skier. She does backcountry. She lived in a built-out school bus for the past like 2 years.
I saw something about that. That's sick.
And she's one of the nicest humans ever. She doesn't have a bowl cut, so she's not as.
She doesn't have a bowl cut.
She doesn't have a bowl cut. She has a mullet.
Yet, yes, maybe maybe for summer she'll chop it, but who knows? But she's also
Love to see it.
just so freaking badass. Where it's like she's doing really good stuff for chicks in skiing, and so not outrageous in the sense of like, dang, she's wild, but it's like she's really doing some cool shit, and like that is always nice to see as a girl in a male dominated anything, where it's like, okay, like you see a chick doing cool shit, you're like, okay, like, and she can out ski any dude, so which is even cooler. Yeah,
I mean, that's like Vicky and Moto. Like Vicky's out there just absolutely killing it.
Yeah, that like. We went to Nitro Circus, and I was like, who's that dude? And it was freaking Vicky, and I was like, dang, Vicky, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
She's one of our homies. Yeah, Vicky's a good friend.
It's
We've been trying to get her on, actually.
Yeah.
All right, Vicky, this is your sign. We'll give you some beer.
I need to call her. I haven't talked to her in a little bit, but yeah, no, she's rad, and she's badass, and
amazing.
She hangs with the dudes. Like you riding with Vicky, we've both ridden with Vicky, and she's just gnarly to ride with.
Better than you.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah. I suck. I mean,
that's not saying
it's not hard to be better than me. Yeah. But no, she's like literally insane just to watch ride and just watch her progress in freestyle. It's awesome. So do you guys do anything with the Nitro guys too?
No, honestly, we haven't. Nitro guys, if you're here, we love you. We would. But no, because like honestly, we're still so small. Like when it comes down to it, it's like we don't have like, you know, like the crazy connections. Like we don't sponsor X Games like Pacifico has like the money, you know, and rightfully so. I mean, they've been around for ages and like they have a good beer and everything's whatever. But like we just don't have those $1 million paychecks.
You don't have that monster budget where you're sponsoring like everything on planet Earth.
It's like where it's like, hey, Red Bull, we see you, and like there you are.
Red Bull, we see you.
We're like the alcoholic Red Bull.
We're kind of like that, but like also 0.888 million times smaller. So it's so we'll get there one day. But it really is the extreme sports and stuff for us. It's like because like those are the people who, you know, like I always joke around where it's like, okay, they're elite, like they're so amazing. So then once you retire from like having to train all the time, then you start drinking Montucky.
Then you work your way over to Montucky.
You work your way into Montucky.
Yeah, where I'm like, okay, if you're not an Olympic hopeful, then maybe you'll probably have a beer with me.
You'll probably drink our products here. That's funny.
Or we're the after party, you know, like one time we sponsored the only venue I could get after Dew Tour, which is like obviously not as big as X Games or, you know.
Was the Motel 6. Oh, sorry.
It was on a Sunday. So it was obviously after everybody. But I was like, whatever, this is fun, you know.
We're still going to party.
We are. And we did. The thing that was nice is because that's when all of the tourists were gone. So that was when all the people who were actually like going and watching the events. And then so all the athletes actually got to play. So like that night ended up being like probably my favorite party I've ever hosted because there was a bunch of pros, you know, like, and all of these guys were coming off all these big wins. And it was just like such a good. Waka Flocka was actually there too.
What?
It was not because of us. We didn't hire him. He just
You got fuck going hard in the paint. Waka Flocka.
I have a video. I'll show you. It was just so serious. Like I was like, are you supposed to be here? Like this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Excuse me, Mr. Flocka. Are you lost by any chance?
Hi. Do you want a nice light lager? Like how do you feel about light beer?
Are you a beer guy by any chance?
But that was actually so fun because then like people actually got to play.
Where was it at?
It was at a place called Cecilia's in Breckenridge.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you guys in this fucking Breckenridge, and oh my god.
You got to go to Breck, man.
I know, it's time.
Gotta go to Breck, bro.
I know, I guess we got to go for the follow-up. For my firing party.
My firing party.
For your you've been released, laid off.
For my exit interview. We could just do
next Friday we'll do your exit interview.
for your no severance package party.
And then I also don't get unemployment, so then I'm double booked.
Tough Tough go there.
break.
Tough go.
So, yeah, like kind of wrapping up, but are there events that you guys are trying to get into as far as like sports wise? You guys are more focusing on the outdoors and
Yeah, honestly, right now it's just sort of getting
like World Tour of Darts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much bowling league. I would be so down to
Curling.
sponsor a bowler.
Don't hate on bowling. Bowling's the best sport in the
I was
world.
down to
Yeah.
sponsor a bowler. So, but no,
Curling.
we really. I think that it's like okay, we have like a really great ski community. If we could come up with some new ski sport, then like sure we could sponsor that. But at this point, it's like sort of just growing like our fan base and like keeping true to ourselves because it's like we really can't be like okay like come on down for the blah blah yet. But it's like but we can be like okay like let's go have a beer. You can go have a beer with the owners, you know, like literally if you're ever in Bozeman, Montana, like the chances of seeing them at Bridger Bowl is so high, and they both like you know ride the Montucky snowboard, they ride the Montucky skis, they wear the bibs.
Look for the guy with no shirt on with his shirt in his hand.
And a mullet.
And a mullet. That's
and
one.
he's a ripper, though. He's actually really fucking good at skiing. So but
Trying to keep up.
Humble brag for the boss, not a big deal.
please keep my job. Yeah.
Just trying to save her job at this point.
He was listening to this up to that point. He was like, "She said I'm a good skier. All right,
All right. She's
you're
in.
lucky. You're lucky with
She's in
around."
for
Is
another
that a
season.
prerequisite? Everyone has to ski?
It's no, you can snowboard.
Okay. You have to do something in the snow, though.
I mean, kind of. No, we're like very inclusive. Yeah.
Very inclusive. Just, you
That didn't
have to
sound
ski.
very inclusive. Yes, no,
We're
no.
very inclusive, but also you're not gonna have fun when we go on our retreats and then you're sitting in the lodge while we're all like ripping on the mountain.
Shredding.
just throwing powder.
Well, we're all getting pitted. So.
Where did I saw that on one of your shirts? It was like "Get Shreddy" or something like that. You put it on.
Ready to shreddy.
Ready to Shreddy. That's what it was.
Ugh, there's the amount of things that people come up with, and then we put it on a shirt. It's nothing gets past us. So it's pretty much if
That
there's
just sounds like us, but we don't have the budget to put all the stuff that we want on shirts.
no, it's just me in my garage with stamps.
Yeah, they're just pressing stuff on.
You guys have a unicorn giraffe. I just saw that.
Oh, that's actually we should talk about that. So it's a girafficorn. Actually, if you
girafficorn.
want to like get, if you want to.
That's its Latin name.
So that's actually She Jumps, which is the nonprofit that we're working with for the year. They get women into the outdoors. So it's like if you're underprivileged, if you're not confident, if you don't have the resources, if like you're sick of going with your boyfriend and all his dudes in the backcountry, it's like She Jumps is this really amazing program that gets like women educated. They do backcountry clinics. They do bike clinics where they like teach you how to tune your bike or how to wax your skis. Or this past fall, they did a really amazing scholarship program for women of color because it's like you really don't see anybody who's not white and rich on the mountain. And
Yep.
so let alone a woman who's not white and rich with her rich white husband on the mountain. And so they did a really cool thing where it was a BIPOC, a scholarship. So, and it got, I think probably like $5,000 towards, and that can buy so much. That can buy your ski pass. That can buy you like the best setup in the whole world.
That's
and
awesome, yeah.
not to mention like they did an Avi course, which costs like $500 too. And it's just like, you just don't have, unless you have the time and the money, like mountains can be inaccessible. So
These days, I mean, they're expensive now.
it's so expensive. So yeah, so the 8% that we're donating, that we donate back to nonprofits, we are partnering with She Jumps for the year. And we're that's going to be like one of our main focuses.
That's way rad.
Yeah.
That's really, really
Yeah,
cool.
and they're all, it's crazy. They like drink me under the table. These chicks are fucking gnarly. Like they are good at partying, they are good at shredding, and they're super, super, super cool. So
Where are they based out of?
they have chapters all over. So I met them in Colorado, but Seattle, I think, is where HQ might be.
Okay.
But then again, mountains, anywhere there's mountains, there's kind of She Jumps folk.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love that.
Yeah, they're very, very near and dear. Very near and dear, and we love them.
That's awesome. No, I mean, you guys give back to tons and tons of people. I was looking at you guys as 8%. And, I mean, states all over. You guys got programs in multiple states, and you guys are always looking to give back into communities, organizations, and so that's awesome too.
Yeah, we're only in 19 states, so we try to I mean, because it's like you really can learn more about the people there, which then like totally increases sales, and you get more cozy, and people will buy more of your beer if you like actually give a shit about the people who live there. So
it's a bold concept when you care about the people.
It's
pretty crazy.
The 19 states we're in, we try to work with as many local charities as we can.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's very awesome. Well, kind of wrapping up here. Sweet. What can we kind of expect from you guys going forward? I mean, do you have events planned that people are going to be able to go to now that stuff's kind of coming back?
Right. So, sort of. Slow burn again, because we're still trying to be as conscious of, like, people's preferences and, like, what we can do outside and stuff. For June, we do have a really fun Pride can, so we end up doing lots of Pride events. And sometimes they're sort of spur of the moment, and sometimes they're a little bit more planned out. Right now, everything is is sort of up in the air with how it goes. But look out for events in June. Obviously, like on our Instagram, we announce everything and anything. But we'll have some Pride events, and they'll be really fun. Like we've done, drag bingo, which it's like, I don't know if you've ever been to one. It's
can't say that I have.
Okay.
You have?
Don't
knock. Oh, I thought you said I can say
I'm not knocking. I just say I can't say that I've been to one.
Don't knock it till you try it. It's literally, they are so fun and they're so clever, and it's like, it's always good. So I have one in LA in June, so if you guys want to come.
Might have to come check that out.
Downtown LA?
We'll get you going to West Hollywood, baby.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a weed thing.
I was going to say, come on.
As well as, like, what else have we done? We did a Pride crosswalk cross-off, which is, like, where they were doing, like, a fashion show on one of the rainbow crosswalks in Denver last year, which was really fun. But, yeah, and then especially, I think, as we return to whatever new normal might be, we'll have definitely more, I think, outdoorsy events too. We always try to do some kind of like, pregame before you go into like a camping thing. So it's like, if you're around, then like we'll get you drunk before you actually go get drunk in a tent. So
that's a great concept.
That's like, it's pretty much my favorite.
We'll get you shit-housed before you get shit-housed.
Do you guys do like a pop a month at any mountains?
Say it again.
Pop a month, like out cold style.
I don't know.
I thought you were.
So it's where you start at the top.
You were saying like pop up, and
where you start at the top of
that up really bad. I was like, oh my god.
You start at the top. No, pop a month's where you drop your pants. What's the one where you do the beer chug all the way down the mountain?
Oh, the beer mile.
Yeah, the beer mile.
Yeah. we haven't. We haven't. Just because we want you to be safe.
Well, it's who has the most beer in their cup at the bottom of the mountain.
I mean, yeah, but then you'll be surprised. But so no, we haven't done an official one. We do lots of, literally on the can it says.
We do a lot of improv ones.
The official, unficial beer of Montana. So that's sort of how my events go, is the unofficiality of
They're
it.
a startup company, Matt.
They're a startup 9-year company.
Did I mention we were a startup? But yeah, so as things get back to normal, I'm sure I'll get more creative and I'll have a better answer for that. But
is Montucky looking to go to the Olympics with a curling team?
Mm-hmm.
Men's curling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
Matt will be leading the charge.
No, it's actually the co-ed curling, because you always see like the husband and wife and they look really pissed at each other during the whole thing. So that's like the kind of shit that I thrive off of.
Do they do a co-ed Olympics curling team?
They do?
Ooh, I've never seen this one.
I didn't know that
this
either.
Is actually really
I thought
funny.
there was just that one dude with the big belly that's always the guy pushing it that just has that form, and you're just like, that is an athlete.
They always joke it's like a bunch of dads that got lost for the week and ended up in the Olympics drinking.
It's like former hockey players that like, oh yeah, I blew out my knee in '86, haven't been the same since.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, find the co-ed ones then, and then you'll see the wife behind the blown out knee, because that is where the true magic happens.
She's the one throwing it. She's like, no, you're sweeping this time.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god, I can't believe.
She's like, you don't do it at home, so you might as well do it here. You're like, oh shit. Jerry Springer's actually in the crowd too. Has to come in here in a minute.
Yeah, Judge Judy's gonna judge that one.
Judge Judy.
I want to get on the Montucky curling team, especially if they come with the sweet bibs that you guys got.
Yeah, gosh, the amount of people have been like, sponsor my hockey team, and I'm like, I have 50. Don't you guys all play each other? You must all have the same jerseys now. I can't sponsor another hockey team, but a curling team, I could be convinced.
Yeah, I like the off sports. I don't like the trendy stuff. That's just way too normal.
Dude, give me a kickball league. I'm like, all right,
Ooh,
that's
there
cool.
we go.
That's
See?
fine.
I've always wanted
baby bouncies.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do like a beer and taco kickball league.
Yeah.
I always thought that would
Slosh
be fun.
ball.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
I
it's
was gonna
called.
say slosh ball. My parents used to rip at slosh ball when
With
I was
a taco
kid.
truck?
Just get obliterated and then drive me home.
Corn dog truck.
Just kidding,
Corn dog
parents.
truck.
Whoa.
But not really. Yeah, there you go. Corn dog eating competitions.
Matt would win that event all day.
You got some stiff competition on Team Montucky, so
Oh yeah, you guys love your corn dogs. I forgot.
Yeah, with peanut butter and jelly.
wrapping it back.
Yeah, bringing her full circle before we get on out of here.
Yeah, I'm here for all the obscure sports.
Yeah, so are we. Yeah,
Yeah.
the obscure sports, the obscure everything.
Obscure podcast.
Yeah.
Just this obscure everything. I love it. This is awesome. No, but you guys are a rad company. You obviously have some rad people, and we would definitely love to go to an event if we are able to, if the world allows us.
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody go check out Montucky Cold Snacks. You can go on Instagram. Find them. Is it
Yeah.
just Montucky Cold Snacks?
At Montucky Cold Snacks.
You guys can see what they got going on. If you're in a mountain area, you can probably find them a little easier, but you can find them here in SoCal too.
Yeah.
And
Bev Mo Vons, I think.
Bev
some of the
Mo
Vons.
Vons. Total Wine.
Yeah.
Always love a good. If you're feeling fancy, you go in there. You say, hey, I do see that $4,000 bottle of scotch, but I'm going to go with the $12.99 12-pack.
Of Montucky cold snacks. I know it. Total Wine is a little bougie.
It is. It's fancy.
Are you guys?
that's why they're in there, Matt.
Are you guys in High Time Cellars in Costa Mesa?
I don't know.
That's a good one.
That's the one.
That's a good one.
All right. That's what I guess I'll go have dinner around there and then just like casually walk in and be
Like,
like,
oh my god, what is
Talk
this
to,
place? It's crazy.
Todd, right?
I don't know what Todd does over there anymore, to be honest with you. But yeah, go in there.
All right.
They have 9 trillion beers and
great. Todd, I'm
whiskeys
coming for you, dude.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
This is my
Thanks
my
for
first,
coming on,
my
Owner.
first podcast, and hopefully I don't get fired. If I do, I'm gonna come work for you guys. You
Yeah,
guys,
we're hiring.
I'm getting fired, then you guys are hiring
yeah,
me.
you can be our. We don't really get out of California, but yeah, you can. Be
I don't know.
our
We don't have
California
titles, so
rep,
you can
so-
can create a title.
I'm the owner.
Owner.
Gosh, I love
Well,
being.
I'll give you ownership.
We'll work with
I'll
it.
give you ownership.
It's weird how many companies I own. I'm kind of an entrepreneur, I guess. So,
Somewhat of a venture capitalist myself.
yeah, it's cool.
Kind of a big deal. So
just been acquiring lots of companies lately. So
just involved.
it's
one.
been the time. It's been the real time for it. So
Yeah, to get ownership, there's no time like now. Just
Yeah.
claim everything.
great. Well, you guys are fired, and thanks for having me.
Okay, well, she just signed out for us, so
Wow.
I guess my job's gone already too. So, but yeah, like she said, we're out of
fired.
here. Yeah. So go check out Montucky Cold Snacks, and we're gonna have a few right now probably, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.